This is my final review on the Chinese web drama Chang'an 12时辰 The Longest Day in Chang'an. Hi, you're watching Avenue X, where a junkie on good storytelling shares their thoughts, knowledge, and occasional weird ideas on stories and how they're told. I finally finished watching Chang'an 12时辰. I know I'm very late to the game, and I feel in a way this drama needs a second video on it to talk about my overall impression after the drama has finished airing. If you've been a huge fan of this drama, you love it, every bit of it, and you know if someone is going to say something that is not all positive about it and you're not going to be happy about it, maybe you should exit this video. Having said that, doesn't mean this video is going to go at this drama and say a lot of bad things about it, because it's not. I think this is one of the most important drama of 2019 because of what it has achieved. It kind of set the bar really high for any future comers in the period drama genre that are expensive. It has so many incredibly well done aspects of it. Beautiful cinematography, great lighting. The art department of this drama really has just done such a brilliant job. You really haven't seen anything that beautiful, a period drama on screen, like small screen in China, ever. This is the best one anyone would agree that they've seen so far. The texture of stuff feels really realistic and rich. They also made the costumes age like really beautifully so that it looks like actual people's clothing, not like, you know, often you see in period drama everything looks pristine and very fake. This drama managed to hit the technical level of a cinematic work, and that's a great achievement. It's also one of the most expensive dramas ever made, I think, in China. At least I think it's about 4 times more expensive, the total budget, than say The Untamed. So that gives you a reference frame. They've also actually created some really stunning lighting system specifically for this drama to be able to pull off exterior shots of streets and people and running horses, and with a significant portion of the frame actually filming at the sky completely at night. And then they post-production take out the dark sky, put bright sky in, you can't even tell. Like, that's some crazy level of planning and design and masterful sort of control of lighting I don't think ever happened for TV dramas. So all these things, right, coming, and you're like, it had everything going for it. So I think those things are the thing that actually made me feel guilty about the fact that I don't really like this drama, and I can't get myself to like it. There's something very important that's missing while I was watching this drama, and I feel almost like thinking, is it my problem that I don't connect with this drama? If you really love this drama, please don't feel offended by this. You know, like, it's just personal opinions. So I think the way that I watched this drama kind of reviewed to me like what I feel about it. When it first came out, it dumped out 12 episodes in one go, and then on Youku's website it says 24 or 25 episodes in total. Afterwards, the next week, they actually changed the number to 48. So when it was like 24, I was like, okay, that's cool, it's short, I would be happy to go into it. Once it becomes 48, I was like, oh god, another almost 50 episodes drama? You know, like that load almost is a psychological thing. In the beginning, it was like, shit, another long drama to run through. And then I watched the first 6 or 8, I can't remember exactly, episodes in one go. And then the rest for the first 12 after the first day, a couple of days afterwards. And then the weekly update happens. And I tend to watch it in a way that when I remember it's updated, I wouldn't go immediately to it. I would find a time when I have time and then just check out, is there anything important or epic that has happened? Because also during its airing, a lot of snippets are on Weibo, on other social media platforms. So if there's a ginormous important plot happening, I'd be able to catch it, and I would say, oh, that's interesting, I'll go back and check if, you know, that happened in whatever episode. So that's how I watched it. I didn't actually have the drive to wait for updates. And that's at least what happened with The Untamed while I was in China. I literally was waiting for it every night, 8 o'clock. It didn't happen for Chang'an 12时辰 at all. I'm pretty much like, it's there, you know, when I have time, I'll go and check it. I think the biggest reason for that is by the time I finished the first 12 episodes of it, I still didn't grow any interest of any of the main characters' fate. Although they have some really difficult, like character arc to go through, right? Like, being chased after, cut your finger off, being blown to pieces, going to jail, falling to water, the world wants you dead, and blah blah blah, all that kind of thing, being buried alive. I mean, that's like really sad for anyone to go through. And still, after all those shit that's been dumped on all those elite characters, I still just didn't care. I didn't care about any of their fate. There's this feeling of disconnect while I was watching this drama. It's like, it's beautiful, and this supposedly epic thing is happening to them out there. And still, I feel like there's a big distance between me and them. There's no personal connection. That empathy thing with humans just didn't work. So while I'm continually being impressed by the technical grandeur of this drama, I don't care about any of the particular character's fate, so I don't remember to go back to watch it, whether they've survived this big obstacle they've just been, dealt with. It's just in my brain and never left a strong impression. And I think it is to do with both the characters and also the plot. Because this type of story is very, very specific genre. It's like the thriller story. Imminent danger. There's one hero really leading the whole story and trying to defeat a terrorist attack attempt. Figure out who is the bad guy, catch the bad guy, save the city, and you have 24 hours to do it. It's that type of thriller. Should be very tightly packed, tightly paced, having many complicated elements moving around, and finally, like a puzzle, right, give you a final picture. And for this genre, you really need to be a master of pacing, how you build things up, and how each step you push forward, it makes it more exciting, more suspenseful, leading up to the final big review. And it also requires very good logic, like masterfully planned people trying to outsmart each other. So all the logics, all the hooks need to link perfectly. They need to work, not just in the pacing sense, but it has to make sense. And better still, having enough twists and really well delivered, well written, and surprising and exciting twists. It's like, I didn't see that coming, oh my god. When you hear about the sort of general outline of the story, you immediately have expectations of what this story, if it's well told, should be like. Unfortunately, when I watch this drama, none of that really happened for me. I don't find any of those twists in review exciting. And I also feel the production is filming it in ways, through its language of visual storytelling, through the camera works, through music, through setup, trying to make you feel, oh, something exciting, we're leading towards it, it's happening, and it just doesn't deliver. It's almost like they know how to film this type of story, but they just don't have the good script. So they have to use everything that are not really to do with script writing. They just don't have a very well written story in terms of plotline, also characters. The production emits this aura of, we're so well done, you should love us. It's a very weird feeling. I don't think everybody will have the same feeling, but to me, I get this signal from everywhere while I was watching this drama. It's really trying very hard to impress you and scream that we are the best production. There's a constantly feeling that they're asking you, are you impressed yet? See how cool we are? Like, look at that shot we pulled off. Incredible. If you're not, then that means the problem is on your side. You as an audience do not know what is good or what is bad. You don't have taste. They never said this, like nobody ever said this. But while I was watching this drama, I get this strong feeling everything of this drama, the impressive things, are actually trying to send me signals. And I feel really uncomfortable with it. Again, this is very personal. It could just be because how my brain is wired, that I would interpret all the signals in this way. And I'm just being very honest about my feelings. So if it happens to be very different and then somehow offensive to you, please don't get angry over this. And I feel really sad because I like some of the lead actors. Lei Jiaying, he's so good. His role of Zhang Xiaojing is very well played. And then all the other sort of main characters, and the main actors and actresses, Tan Xi's role, very well done. And even like Yang Qianxi, who is not really a trained actor, when he filmed this drama, he wasn't even admitted to the Central Academy, I think. And he is now. So he's never really trained as an actor. But he didn't actually feel out of place in the drama when he was acting against some extremely well-respected actors actresses in the industry. So by all means, the main sort of roles are all the actors are all very good. But still, first is like I don't connect with them. Second, the overall production just screams, please be impressed by me. And that sense makes me feel very turned off. I think I've watched enough dramas to be a relatively good judge in terms of sensing what is the behind the scene, the position that the production has taken in relation to its audience. I almost feel like the production is standing on a higher sort of ground and scream like be impressed by me, and I don't like that. Supposedly this type of story, it should be more and more exciting leading up to the final review, the big explosive thing. Who is the bad guy? Did he manage to save the city? Did the really bad thing happen? You know, supposedly it should be more and more exciting, but as you watch it, it becomes more and more draggy. Now it probably is to do with the length of the drama, the fact that, you know, things are so per episode, they have to blow it to a big size, otherwise they don't get the money back. And by the end, when the sort of big review happened, it's like, huh? Really? So he is the bad guy? Okay, I guess it's pretty obvious, but it's not exciting at all. It doesn't have that, oh, you know, you jump off your seat. Nothing happened like that in this drama. And by the end, you were like, I just finish it. Just finish it and get over with it. I also think that Emperor's acting didn't help. He's a very important character towards the end part of the drama, right? And he's so acting like that very stereotypical emperor, and it's just so theatrical and it's so performance heavy that you don't believe it could be a real person. Arcs of certain important characters in the drama just don't stick through. At the beginning, they're this type of person, and halfway through it, they kind of get lost. You don't quite know what is their motive. What do they want? What is their obstacle? It's just not consistent, especially for Longbo's character. And I don't think Joey Wei's acting helped. And he's very important, obviously, to the story. So, like, there's so many of those things that you're like, exactly what are you trying to do? It's so blurry. You don't even know what you should be feeling towards at the end of the drama. Like, should I feel this for this character? That for this character? Is that what production want me to feel? Did I feel it? What is my genuine feeling about them? I'm confused about my own feelings towards the end. That's what the drama does to me. So by the end, I'm like, okay, it ended. Fine. Okay, move on. If you compare to the first season, for example, of Game of Thrones, one of the best sort of superior-ish drama ever made in the world. Not the last couple of seasons, but the first one. Within the first episode, you already know for all the main characters, all the Starks, the Lannister, you know about the Dragon Queen, you know all the important characters that's gonna lead the whole thing. Each and every one of them. What kind of person they are, where they're sort of leading towards, what is the thing that they want most, and what is the biggest obstacle in their life. And it's been perfectly set up. Right in the first episode, you know everything almost. All those characters, although they grow, they change, they adapt, but they don't fall off that line. They are still them at the end. They're just the them that has gone through different things. But in this drama, first you're never really that clear about what exactly everybody wants. And then by some time in the drama, it's kind of completely become irrelevant. You can't paint a clear picture of what type of characters they are, what they want. It just all get muddled up. That cannot be considered as successful storytelling. So in my opinion, 长安十二时辰 deserves a lot of in its many departments, but definitely not the script writing department. And that's the saddest thing, because I think for any dramatic storytelling form, the actual backbone of your production is the story, is the script. It's the script. It always will be, always is. It's sad that everything else is well done, but not this one. The most important thing. And it's almost like they're overcompensating for the weakness. Probably they know with their script, with everything else being so good, and it almost camouflages its weak point. It impresses you with other things and it almost make you feel obliged to say good things about it when you are not really that excited about the actual script of it. I think that needs to be a lesson. I think for most of Chinese dramas these days, the really weak thing is the script, and it's sad. It shouldn't be. The really important thing should be the script, and everything else its decoration. So to me, it's missed opportunity and it's very sad. And in an ideal world, I would hope this could be a very tightly paced, well-written, lots of exciting plot, exciting characters, big reviews, twists, and you go, oh wow, I didn't see that coming. And it's beautiful. That would be such a good thing, right? Like a perfect thing to represent the highest standard of Chinese drama making these days. It is that step short of getting there because of the story itself. It was really difficult for me to sit through 48 episodes of this. It constantly sends out signals that puts me off. And at the end of this video, thank you for sitting through this rather long video. And if you have completely different opinions, you totally don't agree with me, it's absolutely fine. Like, you can type out your comment, whatever, as long as you're being civil, you know, it's all fine. I'm being very honest. I really don't want to say anything that I think will make people feel happy about it, but I don't feel genuinely, you know, agreeing with that. There's no point of doing any review if you're not being genuine to what you think about something. Oh, and the last thing is, if you ever travel to China, please go to Xi'an. It really is a place worth traveling to. Just so much stuff. Because of its importance in Chinese history, the most important and coolest dynasties in ancient times had the capitals in there. Everything buried there is gold, and there are still incredible things in the soil that hasn't been excavated because we don't have the technology. We are afraid of screwing things up, so it's still lying there. Potentially some like greatest archaeological discoveries just sitting there quietly. If ever humans have the ability to actually salvage these things without damaging them. Exciting city. I've been there multiple times. It's just really very, very interesting. So if you ever travel to China, please make a stop there. It's really worth going. Chang'an, Xi'an these days. And if you're actually more into cultural stuff, you know, Xi'an probably should be your first stop, really. The most interesting historical cities in China. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.